right, so optimal mounting options for the Modern Combat Sling Kit. For a right-handed shooter, optimally you would want to mount this rear push button on the right-hand side of the buttstock. Right? The reason this is optimal is because it results in more reliable and repeatable hang positions, and also for employing the rifle and shooting the gun. See how this sling is on the right-hand side, it goes up and over nice and clean. All right, sometimes you mount them on the left side. All this hardware that you're seeing right here has a tendency to get balled up back here in this shoulder weld and this buttstock weld. So we can alleviate that as well as get the rifle to hang and safe hang a lot, I'll say cleaner, more efficiently, if the sling is mounted to the right-hand side of the buttstock for a right-handed shooter. The next mounting consideration we need to talk about is the front of the gun, is where do we place the push button rail adapter of which we mount the sling to. I would submit that you need to put it all the way forward, all right, for a right-handed shooter on the left rail, and vice versa for a left-handed shooter. The reason we want it all the way out here is geometry and physics for shooting the gun, number one. If we can get stability all the way forward in front of the gun, that's better than having it to the rear, because then the rifle turns into kind of a pendulum. So we want to run it as far forward as we can get it. It comes with a couple of good side effects. Number one, place your hand on it. Show me a good standing offhand. All right. It creates a real good position in which to put your hand. You basically have a hand stop all the way up there. So that's kind of good. But more so is that we now have a lot of adjustment in the sling. We can go all the way forward, and we can go all the way back. So if we need a nice lazy loop to start doing rifle manipulations, just like this, we get a nice big hole underneath the gun of which we can manipulate the rifle. All right, so if we move it all the way forward, we get the best of all options. We get the most adjustability for tightening and loosening, and also when we break the gun down and we have to start doing rifle manipulations, we can maneuver the rifle no problem. All right, because we get a big hole in our workspace from which to do weapons manipulation. So all of that equates to recommend mounting the push button adapter all the way forward on the rail, the very last slot on the rail, on the left side if you're right-handed, on the right side if you're left-handed. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about for the Modern Combat Sling Kit is how to appropriately and optimally size the sling to the soldier and to the weapon system. The sling sizing is very quick and easy to do, also very important, because to get the full value for lethality and survivability, the sling does need to be sized appropriately. Okay, so very easy day. Step one in doing this is have your battle buddy slung up with the rifle and get on target. Show me a standing offhand. All right, great. Check the position, that looks good. Now, step two, grab the adjuster, the slide adjuster on the sling, and pull it all the way forward. That's about as far forward as you can get it. Now, you can see here, even with it all the way forward or close to it, all right, still loosey-goosey. It's not giving you any additional capability, okay? So, when we want to adjust it, step one is pull the slide adjuster back to the middle of their workspace. So, you know, we'll call it right here, something about like that, right? Now, all I'm gonna do is come around here to the back of the sling, remove it from the rifle. This is the only adjuster you have on the sling, all right? Very simple. So all I'm gonna do is make the sling, you know, about, and we'll call it 5 inches shorter. So just put a little adjustment into it there, make it a little shorter. Hopefully it's gonna tighten up for you at full extension. So now I'm gonna replace it back onto the stock. All right. Now same thing, standing offhand, get a sight picture, and then crank that adjuster tab forward. Now we get a little bit of tension, right? All that tension's doing is keeping the gun from moving around so much up front, and is a great recoil management tool. So that's how quickly and easily it is to size the sling to the rifle, to the soldier, to get all the benefits out of it that we talked about already.